Peace, peace, peace. Welcome y'all to the Peaceful Energy podcast. I have Miss Chanelle Harris here, founder, CEO of Adapt to Adopt, and so many other things because she's just a boss out here in these streets. So, Chanelle, I'm gonna let you introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm
Tell them a
Chanelle.
little
Everyone
about
calls me. Okay. Hi, I'm Chanelle. Everyone calls me Nell or Nelly. I am the founder and CEO of Adapt to Adopt. It's an organization for adopted children and foster children. We also support adults, adoptee parents, anything that has to do with adoption and foster care community. You want something outside of that too, or
I mean, you can tell them all what you do or how they, you know what I mean? Like it's whatever. That sounds
um,
perfect.
okay, I'll go with that.
Okay. Yeah, we're super free flowing around here. So today we're just going to be discussing just finding levels of peace, and especially within our community. Not only does she and I bond on the fact that we are amazing Black women, but we're also both adoptees who have been on a journey, in a sense, in regards to our biological families. So we have varying communities to discuss about mental health and how that kind of plays on us. So with you having your nonprofit, right? How
Mhm.
does that play on your mental health? Being that sometimes being the actual adoptee can be a trigger when you hear other people's story.
Sometimes it bothers me. Sometimes it doesn't. I think it all depends on how I'm feeling at the moment. Cause
Mhm.
like sometimes I'll hear, oh my mom had foster kids, and I'd be like, really? Oh, that's so cool. Or somebody will say, something negative about foster care or adoption, and then I'll just be like, well,
Mhm.
why do you think that if you're not adopted or if you weren't in the foster care? So I think it all depends on how it's worded or the mood I'm in at the time that I'm having that conversation. But I know most recently it bothers me when I'm doing like my What's Up Wednesday videos
Right.
and I'm free flow talking, and then I'm talking, and then it gets me to thinking about stuff, and then I'm looking at my reflection from the video and I'm seeing my biological mom's face. So sometimes I'll have to pause, or like you watch the video so you can see my reaction when I'm talking. I'm looking at myself, I'm just like, oh my gosh, like it's
Yeah.
it's a lot.
So
Some days, yeah, some days I'm like, I don't feel like doing a video. Like I don't feel like it today, but I'll have people text me like, yo, it's 9 o'clock. Like, where's your video? And I'm just like, ah.
right. Like let me go do this real
So
quick. I get it.
yeah. So that's why sometimes I know some of them they come off rush because I don't pre-record them. Like I do them the day of Wednesday. Like I'll do them
Hmm.
on Wednesday, and
Yeah.
sometimes they'll come at 10 o'clock. I feel like long as I get it in before midnight, I'm cool. But if I try pre-recording a couple times and I'm just like, I don't like it, so I'll delete it and I'll just do a new one on Wednesday.
Yeah, I feel you. I've tried to do like pre-recording, especially like for my brand and stuff like that. And what I found is that like I forget that I recorded something or what I was gonna say about it. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
kind of defeats the purpose for me because I'm like, you're not putting out what you need to.
Exactly.
What in your life, what do you do to bring yourself peace when you just finished like a chaotic situation?
Lately is sitting in my car listening to music because I don't get home till late sometimes. So after I park and I'm just like, I'm finally home, I'll sit in my car for like a good hour, just listening to music. Most times it's either like SWV or Wiz Khalifa. Like I'm a heavy SWV fan, so most times it is SWV, and I'll just sit and I'll just listen. I'll recline my seat back and I'll just listen to music, and then I'm like, all right, Chanel, it's been an hour. Like you gotta go inside, and then it takes me longer to unwind because I'm bringing in my work bag, I'm bringing in my practice bag, I'm cleaning up a little bit, and next thing I know it's 1, 2 o'clock, and then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get in the shower, and then it's back to what I
Right.
just did. But most time lately it's been listening to music. But most times it's I like HGTV. I like watching the cooking channel, or I'll listen to basketball in the background. Like if it's a game coming back from a game day and we just lost, like I can't watch basketball, but I need to listen to it. Like
Okay.
if that makes
Okay.
sense. But
Yeah, I respect it. I respect it. Y'all know she a baller in these streets. All right. So what is your energy?
my energy for today would be my inner grit.
Okay.
Inner grit.
That's
And I
good.
chose that word because lately I feel like I'm being a little too soft with certain things, and I feel like I need to my responses need to be a little more disrespectful but respectful, if that makes sense.
It does. It
Yeah.
does. And
Yeah.
I feel like that's a big part of peace that people don't understand. I tell people all the time, I'm peaceful, but don't push me. And when I say that, it's like I'm gonna say what I need to say very calmly. But if you feel
Yeah.
like you don't respect how that's coming across, don't think that I won't correct you in a different tone or in a different manner.
Yeah.
Like
Like I'm not
I'm
a
not.
big speaker. Like I don't yeah, I don't talk a lot, but me not talking really says a lot. So
Okay.
if you get me there, it's like, okay, Chanel's really mad. Like, don't say
Yeah.
nothing to her. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got. What makes you feel secure?
That's a good question. Oh, that's a good one. What makes me feel secure? Dang. That's a good one.
Right. All right.
What makes me feel secure? Just knowing that I made my parents proud. Like
Mm,
that's one. And being able to come home to my own place. Like home is a
yeah.
place of peace for me. Like I just moved where I am now. I just moved here. It's almost a year. But I can honestly say no one knows that I live here except for like maybe 3 or 4 people.
Yeah. That's dope.
Yeah.
Like
Like
that's so dope.
my parents, they know I live here, but they haven't physically seen where I live.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not like I don't want them to know. It's just that they just haven't been able to get down to where I am. But
Right.
the last place I lived in, I feel like I had like a lot of traffic that brought like a lot of negative energy. So I said, when I move again, only certain people will know where I am and be able to come through the door.
I respect that. I'm the same way. No one knows where I stay here, and I like it like that. I'm gonna keep it like that because
Hmm.
it's peaceful for me. Because when I go
Yeah, I
home,
saw
I
that you
see the
moved.
world.
You talked about it a little bit, and I was like, I want to ask her, but I don't want to ask her because I know like is this we're private people, but I'm like, I want to know like how she because I want to relocate again. So I like to ask other people what gave you the push, what gave you the push to do it? Like how did you have the courage to just do it? Like just go.
Oh, you can ask all the questions. So I let people know like the city and state I'm in. That's fine. I'm in Jacksonville, North Carolina right now. I came down here for a travel nurse assignment, so the contract was really a big push and motivation for me to do it. The position was offered previously, and I turned it down just because things weren't working very smoothly for me in order
Hmm.
to get that done because I am a mom. And this time, when it was represented, everything worked well. The children's father was able to step up, take them, handle that. So that was one less thing off my plate. My crib in Virginia was able to be taken care of. So literally, all I had to do was slide down here, and in that one weekend, because I moved down here in a 2 week process, like job offer. I'll think about it. Let me see if I can get everything lined up, and
Hmm.
I just went and did it. um in my adult life, like, so I kind of said it a couple times on my social media, but this is my first time as an adult living by myself. So it was a huge transition to come and be like, oh, I'm not coming home to rush and do homework or cook
Hmm.
dinner. I can lounge. But I think it was the best thing for me because the change of environment is really good for me just to take the time and get to know Kristen and some of the things that I like without any like outside influence. And
I
I'm
like
not
that.
saying you got to move out of the state to make that
Right.
happen, but for me, it was really dope because I also am in a space where I'm very trusting. Like I'm trusting that the kids are safe and secure. And in
Mm-hmm.
my mind, for many years, it was like, oh no, they can't be anywhere without me.
Mm-hmm.
And so being able to let go of that is a lot, but then also being able to trust myself to manage everything I have going on was a lot. So I'm really finding deeper levels of peace that I've ever experienced.
So beautiful.
So do
So
it.
beautiful.
Just pick up and go. I mean, this is a thing. I always feel like jobs are hiring like crazy. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
what's the worst that can happen is you move somewhere, you're there for a year, you don't like it, you go back home.
Right. Right. Right.
But I mean, the change as long as you're comfortable with yourself, like it really can't get but so bad.
I agree.
I'm okay coming home and being alone if need be. You know, COVID's still out there, so it ain't like I'm in the streets anyway.
Right. 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 Right.
Yes. So, how are you at harnessing your inner power?
Can you repeat that for me?
Yeah, and it's kind of weird how it's worded too. It's like, how are you at harnessing your inner power? Like, do you feel like when you're making your moves, you feel like construct and concise in the things that you're doing, or
Hmm.
you feel like you're all over the place?
I'm a planner, so in my mind, like I have to make sure, okay, this is taken care of, that's taken care of. I don't have to worry about that, and I think that's what holds me back from doing a lot of things because I'm just afraid to just take that leap and just do it. But
Mhm. It's in the details
I
for you.
like yeah, like, and I want to be that person where I'm just like I'm gonna just do it. Like I don't care. Like I'm just do it. Like I'm trying to dive into being that person, but I'm just so like that it doesn't work for me. It hasn't worked for me yet.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Yes.
And this is the thing I can say. When I made this move, I made sure I had enough savings to
Mm-hmm.
play around with. So if you have enough savings and honestly just do it. Like for real. Like just because again, this is how my brain works now. What's the worst
Mm-hmm.
that could happen? And once
Right.
I assess what the worst that could happen, if I could handle the worst, then everything else was better.
Right. Right.
So, I mean, I always had enough money that I was like, okay, if something happened with the place that I was moving to and that don't work out, I got enough money I can get me a hotel room.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know,
That's how I
I
am.
just
Like I agree with you. I was just talking to somebody yesterday, and I'm just like, I need to invest my money in somewhere because I'm not rich, but I'm just sitting on a lot of money. And if I get bored, I'm gonna just go out and blow it, and then I'm gonna look up and I'm gonna have to start back over again.
okay, yeah, we're gonna talk about that later off the air because
I
that we're
know
not doing that.
I'm
We're not
so serious,
doing
but I think
that.
it's an impulse of mine that I have that goes along with my anxiety. If I feel like something is going on and I can't control it, I'll just
It's
go out and
coping.
I'll buy a pair of sneakers. And then after I make buy one pair, I'll find another sneaker store and I'll go walk around there and then I'll go get it. It's like, and after I do that, I feel better. And then I'm just like, now I just got all these sneakers and I only have 2 feet. I can't wear them all at the same time. So that's something that I'm working on. And it's some days it's good, some days it's bad, but I can't
Right.
let it get out of control.
Yeah. So I'm probably the worst person to talk to about a fresh pair of kicks because I ain't never turning them down. Like, period. I'm like, what?
Man,
I need them in my life. But I do get that impulse space, and it definitely is anxiety with you trying to take control. The only problem with doing things like that is that whatever was causing you anxiety didn't leave. It's still there. You just feel better for the moment.
yep,
So
yep.
if you could take that money and flip it and make it make you money, then you can go buy all the shoes you want to without having to worry about it.
You're not telling no lies there.
But it's just a thought. It's just a thought.
No lies, man. No lies.
Listen, I appreciate you spending time with us. Let the people know how they can find you.
I'm on Instagram, adapt to adopt underscore. My website is adapttoadopt.org. YouTube is adapt to adopt. Facebook is adapt to adopt. Those are the only social media platforms that I do have. We also have a blog. It's adapttoadopt.blogspot.com where we have stories of people who were adopted, people who were in foster care, and we have adoptee parents on there too. So it's some great interviews on there. If y'all haven't checked it out before, y'all could go check it out now. So yep,
That's
that's
amazing.
pretty
I
much
love
it.
that. Y'all donate, 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 y'all. I'm telling y'all, follow the page. She really does some amazing things in the community. It's awesome to see you, and I appreciate you giving us your time. Can you just do me one more favor
Yes.
and leave the tribe with an affirmation?
If you have not done so, love on yourself, love on your family, love on your friends, and tell someone you love them.
All right, y'all. Thanks so much for joining, y'all.
Thank
Peaceful
you, Chris.
Energy
Thanks for having
Podcast.
me.
Appreciate it. And we're out. Peace and light.
Peace.